A city that was once known mainly for desert trade routes and small coastal ports has transformed itself into one of the most dramatic skylines on Earth, where glass towers now rise from the sand as symbols of economic ambition and global influence. Along the wide corridor of Sheikh Zayed Road, surrounded today by hundreds of skyscrapers, one tower still holds a special place in the story of Dubai's architectural rise. This structure is known as Emirates Tower One, a building whose sharp triangular silhouette helped introduce the world to the idea that Dubai intended to compete with the greatest financial cities on the planet. Long before the record-breaking height of the Burj Khalifa, this tower represented the moment when Dubai first began translating economic ambition into vertical architecture. Completed in the year 2000, Emirates Tower One rose at a time when the city's skyline was still developing, making its presence feel even more dramatic and symbolic. Standing approximately 355 meters or 1,163 feet tall, the building quickly became one of the tallest office towers anywhere in the world at the time of its completion. But the real significance of the tower was not only its height, but the message it communicated to the global business community. Dubai was preparing to transform itself into a financial hub connecting Europe, Asia, and the Middle East through infrastructure, commerce, and architecture. The design of the tower was created by architect Hazel Wong of NORR Group Consultants, who envisioned a structure defined by clarity, geometry, and structural discipline. Rather than relying on ornate decoration or cultural symbolism, the design uses pure form to express strength and confidence. The tower's most recognizable feature is its triangular plan, a shape that gives the building a sharp and distinctive profile against the sky. This geometry was not chosen only for visual impact but also for engineering performance. At extreme heights, wind becomes one of the most powerful forces acting on a skyscraper. As air flows around tall buildings, it can create oscillations that affect both structural stability and occupant comfort. By adopting a triangular form, engineers were able to disrupt these wind patterns and reduce the intensity of aerodynamic vibrations. This strategy allowed the building to achieve great height without requiring excessive structural mass. Inside the tower, a reinforced concrete core acts as the central structural spine of the building. This core houses elevators, emergency staircases, and major mechanical systems while also resisting lateral forces caused by wind. Surrounding this central core is a network of perimeter steel columns that create a strong outer structural frame. At several levels within the tower, horizontal outrigger trusses connect the outer columns with the central core. These outriggers distribute loads across the entire structure, increasing stiffness and stability. This engineering system allows the tower to maintain balance even under powerful desert wind conditions. The building's exterior facade combines reflective glass panels with aluminum cladding to create its sleek metallic appearance. In Dubai's extreme climate, the facade plays an important environmental role beyond aesthetics. Summer temperatures in the region can rise above 45 degrees Celsius, placing enormous pressure on cooling systems inside large buildings. Reflective surfaces help bounce a portion of the sun's radiation away from the structure. Meanwhile, insulated glazing helps regulate interior temperatures by reducing heat transfer. These strategies reduce the overall energy required to maintain comfortable indoor environments. Emirates Tower One was designed as part of a larger development known as the Emirates Towers Complex. Next to the office tower stands the slightly shorter Jumeirah Emirates Towers Hotel, which rises about 309 meters into the skyline. Together, the two towers form one of Dubai's most recognizable architectural landmarks. At ground level, the towers are connected by a landscaped retail boulevard filled with shops, restaurants, and public gathering spaces. This design creates a mixed-use environment that combines business, hospitality, and urban life in one location. Today this development style is common across Dubai, but at the time it represented a forward-thinking urban concept. The towers were strategically positioned along Sheikh Zayed Road, a highway that would later evolve into the city's primary skyscraper corridor. When Emirates Tower One opened, the surrounding skyline was still relatively open and sparse. Over the following decades, dozens of additional towers would rise along this same roadway. In many ways, Emirates Tower One helped initiate the transformation of Sheikh Zayed Road into one of the most vertical urban corridors in the world. Inside the building, office floors were designed with flexible layouts that could adapt to different corporate needs. Large glass windows provide panoramic views across Dubai's rapidly expanding skyline. From upper levels, occupants can see the Persian Gulf coastline as well as the city's growing financial districts. Over the years, those views have changed dramatically as new megaprojects appeared across the horizon. Perhaps the most symbolic addition arrived in 2010 with the completion of the Burj Khalifa. That tower now dominates the skyline as the tallest building on Earth. Yet Emirates Tower One remains historically significant as one of the structures that paved the way for Dubai's vertical future. It represents the early stage of a transformation that turned a regional trading city into a global metropolis. The tower's clean geometry continues to stand out among the surrounding buildings even decades after its completion. Unlike structures that rely on spectacle or ornament, this building expresses confidence through structural precision. Every line of the tower reflects careful engineering decisions balancing gravity, wind, and environmental forces. Every surface responds to the desert climate that surrounds it. This is architecture defined not by excess but by discipline. And through that discipline, Emirates Tower One helped establish the foundation for the extraordinary skyline Dubai continues to build today.